guys, how's it going? Justin here from Walts, and recently you might have saw I went to CEDIA to check out all the fun new tech coming to the industry. And while I was there, I got to meet up with some of these Samsung technicians that gave me some really helpful tips and tricks that I wanted to share with you guys. From basic TV settings to hidden menus, in this video, we're going to talk about it all. So hopefully by the end of the video, you'll have 5 or more things that you can take home with you to improve your Samsung TV experience. So with that being said, let's jump right into the first one. Now, this is going to be the picture settings, especially for the movie watchers out there. You're going to want to switch your mode to movie for the most accurate look, and then go into your custom picture settings, and you're going to want to make the following adjustments. You're going to want to set your sharpness to 0, and then below that is the picture clarity to custom. You're going to want blur reduction at 10 and toggle between 3 and 6 for your judder. Make sure turn clear motion is off, and noise reduction, you can have that set to standard. And then you're also going to want your color tone to be warm too. This is going to give your TV the best settings as far as movies go that it can produce. It's also going to help with sports as well. Now the next feature is the input signal plus. I recommend just turning this on for all of your devices, but anything with a 4K HDR source like your PlayStation, Xbox, or even, Blu-ray, it'll instantly look a lot brighter. And to do this, all you have to do is go to Connections, External Device Manager, and then you're going to turn it on for each of those HDMI ports. This should help give you a more responsive and brighter, performance out of those sources. Now, the next one is the HDMI Auto-Detect. If you're using a receiver or an HDMI switch, sometimes this feature can cause issues. And to turn it off, you're going to want to get your Samsung remote and press the mute, volume down, channel down, and then mute again. If you're on an IR remote, it's mute 729 and then exit. This will help keep your setup stable when you're switching between different sources. Now, the next major tip is to clear the cache. Does your TV feel sluggish or sometimes buffering for longer than it should? I really recommend you clear the cache, and not many people do this on a TV because you're not really thinking about it. To do this, you're going to want to go to the support part of your settings, device care, manage storage, and then clear the cache. Now, because I'm using a TV that's in demo mode and we don't use the smart apps, we just use HDMI, there's not really much going on here. But if you're using the built-in smart apps in your TV or whatever, is going on there, it's going to pop up, unlike it did for me. So I would honestly just select them all and delete the cache. And we're using the S95D in this video, so the operating system on its own is really fast and can handle a lot, but especially on some of those lower end TVs, you're going to want to refresh that cache quite a bit. Oh, and if you guys are enjoying the video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. It really does help me out. Now, for the Frame TV owners out there, this is going to be changing your power button, because you can have it either go into a fully off state or on in an art mode. So to make that adjustment, you're going to go into general, then you're going to go to remote control, power button options, choose the on or off or on or art, whichever one you like. And if you're using an older Frame TV, it's going to be in the power and energy savings area. Now, this is for the new Frame Pro, which I don't have on me, but I did want to share this with you guys. If you're getting the weak connection error, make sure that it's within 10 meters of the TV. And if that's not the issue, then I'd really recommend repairing the One Connect box to the TV. And to do that, you can go into settings, all settings, connections, wireless One Connect, unpair it, and then repair it to the TV. Or if it's easier, just hold the pairing button on the One Connect box for approximately 10 seconds and that should fix it. I think a lot of it also has to do with the environment you're in. If you're trying to pass the wireless signal from the box to the TV through a concrete wall, you're going to run into issues. And if there's just a lot of noise or traffic, then you might want to go the hardwired route. Now, this one's kind of more of a bonus, but it's also about the frame. If you want frame artwork, you can get it from Etsy. It doesn't have to only come from the Samsung store, although they have a great library with that $5.99 a month. And it doesn't have to be just artwork. You could also mix in some family photos. You just throw it on a USB drive and load it into your system. Also, if you're looking to mount the Frame TV in a vertical position, you need to disable the auto rotation, because again, there is that frame mount that rotates. So make sure you disable that. To do that, you're going to want to go into your settings, go to System, Display, and Windows, and select the rotation lock or choose a portrait orientation from the display orientation drop-down menu. And if you also label it PC on the input, it should help as well. Now, the next one is Sonos integration, which I'm sure a lot of people are interested in. Let's say you just got the new Sonos Arc and you want it to work seamlessly with your new Samsung TV. You should go into the settings and turn off the eARC. You do that by going to Sound, Expert Settings, HDMI eARC mode, and enable it off. Then you're going to want to set the Samsung remote to control the volume via IR. And to do this, you're going to want to press the home button, navigate to the connected devices on the far left, and then you're going to go to Universal Remote, Start, Home Theater, search Sonos. You'll choose optical. Obviously, we don't have a Sonos soundbar here, so nothing's coming up, but this is the part where you would go into that integration. And this should be the case for non-Sonos soundbars as well. Most, I'm not going to say all, but most products are pretty smart nowadays. They should be able to, work together and not have to go through the setup. But if you're having issues, this is where you would go. Now, the next one is powering on to a specific input. And the main reason that you'd want to do this is to avoid the Smart Hub apps and just go right into your HDMI or whatever source you have. Because let's be honest, sometimes it could take a little bit to load. On S95F, I don't think you're really going to have that issue. But if you're going with one of the more mid-level TVs, definitely could bog down your system just a little bit. And the way we're going to do this is put the TV in hospitality mode. You actually need an IR remote for this, and you're going to basically just press the combination of mute, then 1, then 1, then 9, then enter. You're going to then turn on hospitality mode, and to confirm it, you have to power it off and power it back on. Then you're just going to do the same exact shortcut, and you'll be given this larger menu where you can actually make these adjustments. I did have to mess around in here for a little bit just to kind of figure out where I was. But essentially, you'll go to the power on settings and select the HDMI that you want it to launch from. And this, for us in our store, is going to be HDMI 1. And then again, once you have that set up the way you want, you will power it off and then power it back on. And if you want to do it for a specific channel for a Samsung TV Plus, you can also do that as well. And then the last big thing that I want to cover is resetting the TV if you're having some major issues. Sometimes a reset can really just refresh your system and fix some problems that you couldn't solve on your own. For a soft reset, you're basically just going to hold the TV's power button and the remote's power button for 5 to 10 seconds each. And for a full reset, just repeat it until the TV reboots. Hopefully this will clear some glitches without having to call tech support. And that's pretty much about all I wanted to cover as far as tips and tricks goes. If this helps you guys, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. And as always, we'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you guys so much for making it to the end of the video. If this is a product that you're interested in, make sure to email me at youtube@walts so I can get you a special YouTube discount. If you haven't already, subscribe for more videos like these, and we'll see you in the next one.